All right, Missouri and Kentucky. You've got Kentucky 2.5-point home favorites, 52.5, 53 being the total in this game. This is an interesting battle because you got two teams off losses, different types of losses. Missouri, heartbreaking, gut-wrenching, wire-to-wire winning that game for over 3.5 quarters pretty much against LSU. And then LSU takes the lead. Missouri comes back, gets the lead back. Then LSU gets the lead back. And then, of course, the ill-fated pick six just breaking the back of any Missouri backers, including yours truly last week. And LSU gets a very, very fortuitous 10-point victory there against Missouri in a shootout. Missouri's defense struggled with LSU, but LSU's one hell of an offense. Even in the losses, that LSU's offense hasn't been the issue. Jaden Daniels has been terrific. This is a step down probably against Kentucky. It's still a ham and egger offense. It's still Devin Leary is not playing great at the quarterback position for a guy that's got all the boatload of experience that he has. So, for Missouri's defense, which struggled last week and also struggled a little bit in some of their other games, Kansas State, this should be more of a manageable type of matchup here for them against Kentucky. That being said, you got Kentucky, the beatdown suffered against Georgia last week, 51-13. You can't underestimate the way they've played at home this year, including the big win against Florida, 33-14. And we saw Florida bounce back to take care handily of Vanderbilt last week. I think at less than a field goal, it's Kentucky or nothing for me, quite honestly. I like the way they've played at home. The defense had a tough time with Georgia. That would alarm me because Georgia's offense really hadn't gotten going until they played Kentucky last week. But when you look at the defensive numbers, Kentucky has given up 5.2 yards per play on defense. Missouri's defense is not nearly as good, 62nd, 5.4 yards per play on defense. So a little bit of a defensive advantage for Kentucky at home off a blowout loss. You'd expect a much better effort and performance from the Wildcats here. So at less than a field goal right now, I'm looking at Kentucky or nothing. I'm not sure I'll bet it, but I'm leaning Kentucky here. What do you think, C-Mac?
Yeah, the Missouri, if you had them, that's just awful. Awful. What Brady Cook there, pick six with what? About 15 seconds left?
Yeah, that's how long. It was right in the last 30 seconds. Absolutely
30 seconds.
Sickening. Hard to fathom. Hard to accept if you were on Missouri there. Brutal.
Yeah. Brady Cook, other than that, they look pretty good. The defense, though, we all know that game over. It was another easy LSU over game with Missouri, just a ton of points back and forth. I go over here, and I'm on Kentucky. I think it's short, back at home. They've owned Missouri, who won the last 7 of 8 here versus Missouri. Missouri's lone win 20-10 3 or 4 years ago. I think this is right where they need to be. They were a big public dog wherever it won Kentucky. I said, watch it. I think Georgia could roll, and they did. But back here, and one thing with Kentucky, Missouri's been able to score with Cook, but their defense is very good. Kentucky over team the Vanderbilt. The Vandy game 45-28. The Florida game got over easy. Georgia went over 51-13. I think we get more points, and this could be a sneaky over.
All right, sneaky over here with them. And then you're right. We've seen some games lately with Kentucky in particular where they've been going over these totals lately for sure.
Yeah.
There's no question. Yep. Obviously, we've seen that with Missouri here as well the last couple of weeks. So I'm with you there. I think totals-wise, it might be just
not great weather. I wanted to hit on that. We have some wind and rain in this game, though.
Yeah, let me just do a little better weather website check here on that forecast. But yeah, strong under, they're saying rain showers and 16-mile-per-hour winds. So hold off on this over until later in the week and go back and look at the forecast again and see because you're right, though. That wind, it's not the rain that bothers me. As I always say, rain doesn't bother me with overs. Wind is what factors in, and that's what you got to be mindful of prior to this game on Saturday.